How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of Bolero Snort, hopeful crushable goodness up in this piece in the form of their Crushable. This is their Mackinac. Haven't heard of that hop yet. Mackinac and Mosaic India Pale Ale. It's a cool, juicy banger at 4.4% alcohol by volume. And all the dates I got on mine were smudged off, so I actually don't know the date on this. I looked at their social media real quick. I think this got canned in late February. So that puts us about a month and a half old. Hopefully she shows and proves. We'll see what's what. Anyway, label-wise, it's alright. I can get down with some Bolero cans, even though they get a little kooky from time to time. This one's pretty nondescript, specifically when it comes to the kind of things that they typically kind of toss off there beer-wise. Yeah, I mean, she looks like a big old Hazie. I mean, 4.5% be damned. You know, this is a 4.4, sorry. You know, it looks like a big Hazie. It has that kind of rich, kind of slightly erring towards a little bit of malty color to it, but it still has that nice, soft, kind of gentle, light haziness to it. You know, quarter, half pinky finger, just off white head. Yeah, done and done. Let's see what this sucker has on the nose. I mean, it kind of smells exactly like I like my beers to smell, especially Hazies. Because I'm getting this big kind of fruity component, a little bit of fruit medley. Maybe, you know, running the gamut from your stone to tropical to citrus. But there's a soft kind of green, grassy weediness to it. That, my friends, especially into low ABV beers, really turns me on. Yeah, it's got this nice greenness to it, on top of all those kind of fruit medleys. That's now leaning a little bit more citrus than anything else for me, but it's definitely got all the bits and pieces going on. It smells like a sharp beer. Smells like it has that kind of sharp little green kind of weedy thing, along with that little bit of sharp kind of citrus thing going on. Let's dive in. See what she's got. Cheers. That's nice. That's nice. It kind of follows suit. It drops a little bit in the fruit portion of the show. Or should I say just kind of becomes kind of like, instead of like a rindiness, like a pithiness. So it's like a bit of citrus, but not as vibrant as you thought it would be. There's a bit of bittering along with it. Like a little bit of dryness kind of adds to that pithy kind of mindset. That sharp greenness is there. It's probably on par for what you get in the nose. I thought it was going to get a little bit bigger in the taste, but it kind of stayed put. And you get that little bit of kind of like, as I like to call it, like unkept lawn, to where someone's lawn's not perfect and it's a little bit of crabgrass, a little bit of kind of shitty weeds, and a little bit of good grass. When you mow it, that kind of smell you get in the air, it has that kind of greenness going on to it. Really nice soft mouthfeel, nothing too crazy. But at 4.4%, you're not expecting the world mouthfeel here. I mean, it is a quintessential chugger. The bitterness just falls short of something that I think would be palate fatiguing. It kind of goes in the opposite direction to where it gives you enough oomph and kind of personality to the beer to where it makes you want to actually drink quite a few of these. I think it's tasty. I think it's well done. I think it's fun. I like it. I mean, there's really not much else to it. The grand scheme of things, if you're like a double, triple IPA, juice, hazy, haze boy, hop thoughty person, you might be like, oh, it's thin, it's not that impactful, yada, yada, yada. But it's 4.4%. That's the point. You got to look at these things in context sometimes. It's nice to get these 4% bangers that are super expressive. It can be done. So when it comes to me saying, is this one of the better ones I've ever had, it would probably be in the discussion, just not towards the top because of that reason. But it's pretty well done. Tasty stuff. Way more nuanced and delicate than I typically get from Bolero Snort. So it's nice to have something like this, even though it's still in the hazy game. Ooh, oh, dare I say depth and nuance and a hazy. God, I can go to fucking beer jail. Bunch of old timers. Come get me. Anyway, let's talk about it. Is this one of the better kind of lower ABV crushers I've had as of late? As of late, I mean, this is a really hard... man. As of late, yes. It's a really hard nut to crack because it's so many people make so many good low ABV hazies nowadays. I'm looking at you, Allagash. But yeah, I mean, this year, yeah. I mean, over the past year, there's some that I put decently in front of this just because of personal preference, but for something that I can rip off a shelf at a relatively decent price point, I am not an unhappy camper. Value and availability, I forgot what I paid for it, even though I bought it today. It's the whole COVID thing, and I'm doing curbside pickup, so I forget what I paid it. Well, I think it was like $11.99, maybe $12.99 for a 4-pack, and leave you with, if you like what will you like this beer. If you like low ABV crushers, I mean, that's it. Done and done. Because that's what this beer is. That what it wants to be. That's what it accomplishes. Not necessarily a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Bolero Snort right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.